Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today. Chapter 791. Cut it off for me. The giant eyeball magic, I didn't hesitate to abandon the part of its body that was within the Tianqing world. Its consciousness completely shifted to the remaining body outside the world, and then it frantically fled into the distance. To give up half its body was a severe cost, and it was unknown how long it would take to recover. But according to the precedent set by the myriad tentacle stream, if the magic eye didn't do this, it estimated its entire body would be left behind. Escaping with half its body was much better than being annihilated. From start to finish, the giant eyeball magic I had no thoughts of resisting or fighting back desperately. There was no point at all. Didn't the myriad tentacle stream resist? Outside the Tianqing world, deep within the boundless void, a number of foreign evil gods were observing the situation in the Tianqing world with an attitude of watching a drama unfold. However, when they saw the huge body of the myriad tentacle stream rapidly disintegrate into the most origin source of energy, completely swallowed by the Tianqing world, and then its presence nearly vanished, they immediately widened their eyes. What happened? What's the situation with the myriad tentacle stream? Has it fallen? Or has it been suppressed? The numerous foreign evil gods indeed enjoyed seeing changes occur in the Tianqing world. But they never expected such changes to be so fierce, so exaggerated. In the eyes of the foreign evil gods, so-called changes were merely some obstacles that made the magic eye and myriad tentacle stream suffer, requiring them to pay a greater price to conquer the Tianqing world. As for being counter-killed or counter-suppressed, no evil god dared to entertain such thoughts, because the probability was too low. The myriad tentacle stream and magic eye, these two foreign evil gods wielding the trump cards given by the Black Demon Pavilion's master, who could counter-kill them? Who could suppress them? Magic eye. The annihilation of the myriad tentacle stream startled the evil gods, and they quickly turned their gaze toward the magic eye not far away. Under the watchful eyes of all the foreign evil gods, the magic eye, with half of its body trapped inside the world, did not hesitate to abandon the trapped half, as the remaining giant eye, like a dog that had lost its home, frantically fled from the Tianqing world, before the numerous foreign evil gods could react. Inside the Tianqing world, colossal hand suddenly reached out. The hand, millions upon millions of miles large, easily captured the frantically fleeing half-eyeball, and swiftly pulled it back into the Tianqing world. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Took but a few breaths' time. On the world barrier of the Tianqing world, the two huge cracks rapidly healed and finally disappeared from sight. Silence. All the observing foreign evil gods fell silent. They had never imagined that such a reversal would occur. Within the Tianqing world, a mysterious existence had suppressed both the myriad tentacle stream and demonic eye, two foreign evil gods bestowed with bottom-line measures from the Black Demon Pavilion's master. Especially the last scene they had witnessed, where the demonic eye, having abandoned half its body and thinking it had escaped certain death, hadn't had the chance to breathe a sigh of relief before it was harshly snatched back by that grand hand that filled the sky. What in the world? What in the world happened? What existence could there possibly be within that world? Each of the foreign evil gods trembled in their hearts as they looked towards the Tianqing world, a chilling terror suddenly arising within them. In the eyes of such foreign evil gods, any world was a delicacy, a source of sustenance, but at this moment, the Tianqing world was making every one of them scalp tingle, wishing they could flee from it immediately. The trouble has been resolved. Lin Yuan casually suppressed demonic eye and took it in, then once again observed the Tianqing world to see if there were any fish that slipped the net. After checking several times, Lin Yuan then turned and returned to the Canopy Continent, before the Martial Hall. "I've seen the martial ancestor." High Priest Qing Yao immediately greeted Lin Yuan with an utmost respectful bow. Positioned at the highest point in the Tianqing world, High Priest Qing Yao had seen everything with crystal clarity. Two infinitely fierce foreign evil gods, before Lin Yuan, were like two chickens awaiting slaughter, incapable of even a hint of resistance, easily suppressed. This scene greatly shocked High Priest Qing Yao, and it was only at this moment that she realized the true extent of the existence of the martial ancestor that the countless beings of the Tianqing world had worshipped day and night for hundreds of thousands of years. "I am going to seclude myself. Do not disturb me unless there's something important." Lin Yuan spoke briefly and then walked directly into the martial hall. The doors of the martial hall slowly closed behind him. "Martial ancestor." High Priest Qing Yao's voice trembled, and then she turned around, looked down at the countless martial Tao cultivators and all beings, and murmured to herself, "We have survived." Inside the martial hall, Lin Yuan sat cross-legged. In front of him floated two misty forms, the life cores of the demonic eye and myriad tentacle stream. These two evil gods. Lin Yuan's spirit will was incredibly strong, easily completely refining the two life cores and becoming intimately familiar with all their memories. Whether it was the demonic eye or the myriad tentacle stream, most of their memories were of a state of madness, roaming the boundless void, fighting and devouring other foreign evil gods, discovering worlds and then attempting to invade and devour them. Until they met the Black Demon Pavilion's master and realizing they were utterly powerless to resist, they chose to submit. Their power is somewhat interesting. Lin Yuan studied with care. Moments later, Lin Yuan seemed thoughtful as he took up the misty forms again. "Speaking of which, although this physical body is innate strong, deeply rooted, and extraordinarily fitting for martial Tao, has it not embarked upon the martial path, evolutionary path?" Lin Yuan pondered silently. It was like a naturally strong person who hadn't learned any martial techniques. By cultivating the martial Tao cultivation evolution path with this physique, it will certainly be able to discover deeper potential in the physical body, and moreover, give birth to a fifth physical body divine ability. Lin Yuan's eyes shone bright. Chapter 792. The fifth physical body divine ability. The physical body divine ability originates from the depths of the bloodline. When Lin Yuan arrived in the central divine China world, he integrated the essence of body cultivation into martial Tao, and thus possessed a certain ability. Normally speaking, the thicker the foundation of the physical body, the higher the rank of the physical body divine ability that would be born. For example, in the world of gods, Lin Yuan's body possessed the bloodline of the Dragon Clan. Ultimately, the physical body divine ability that was born was the elemental body, capable of being immune to 90% of the attacks at the same level in terms of rules. And speaking of a profound foundation, none of Lin Yuan's 9 traverses compared to the present. The inexhaustible origin source of the heaven-tilt martial world took more than 100,000 years to gestate into form, and then nurtured the martial ancestor golden body for another 100,000 years. But in terms of foundation, Lin Yuan even felt he wasn't far behind those unique and special beings of the main universe. A body such as this, once excavated through the martial path evolutionary path, what rank would the condensed physical body divine ability be? There shouldn't be a problem. Lin Yuan examined himself, and to facilitate his descent, this martial ancestor golden body was also a flesh and blood body, meeting all the prerequisites for condensing a physical body divine ability. Let's start cultivating. Lin Yuan's thoughts converged, and his mind sank into immersion. In his past 9 traverses, if Lin Yuan wanted to cultivate to recover his strength, he would inevitably need a large amount of external resources. There was no shackles to his realm, but the accumulation of energy was also a must. But now, this martial ancestor golden body itself contained energy that could be called the energy of an entire world. Otherwise, Lin Yuan could not have easily suppressed those 2 foreign evil gods. And as the heavens will of Tianqing world, with a single thought, Lin Yuan could use everything in Tianqing world for himself. Therefore, the Lin Yuan who fell into cultivation at this moment did not have any delay at all. Just one breath. He had entered the threshold of the first rank martial Tao. 10 breaths, second layer martial Tao. 50 breaths martial Tao third rank. Half an incense stick, fourth stage martial Tao. 1 incense stick martial Tao fifth stage. Half an hour sixth stage martial Tao. And at the sixth stage martial Tao, one begins to unlock the power deep within the bloodline, which is also the stage of the martial path evolutionary path where a physical body divine ability is born. Lin Yuan carefully felt his own body, vaguely sensing that a certain power in the depths of his body was beginning to coalesce and sublimate. I can feel it. This body's condensed physical body divine ability will definitely surpass the previous 4 types. A sense of expectation faintly emerged in Lin Yuan's heart. So far, Lin Yuan possessed a total of 4 physical body divine abilities. They were blood rebirth, mountain moving, strengthening, elemental body. Through past experiences of condensing physical body divine abilities, Lin Yuan felt that the divine ability his body was condensing this time would definitely be extraordinary. Of course, it is hard to say there is a true hierarchy among physical body divine abilities. They yield different effects under different circumstances. But the imprint aura that is coalescing in Lin Yuan's body has a sense of supremacy over the previous 4 physical body divine abilities. At this rate, to completely form the imprint of the divine ability deep within the body, it might take several years or even decades. Lin Yuan pondered within his heart but soon shook his head. That would be the normal situation, which is the time that a regular martial arts evolutionary would need to reach 6th rank during cultivation. But Lin Yuan is not a regular martial arts evolutionary. He is the ancestor of martial arts, and having undergone 9 cycles of rebirth and reconstruction, along with the minutiae manipulation of the physical body from the main universe, Lin Yuan can completely accelerate the speed of the divine ability imprint's formation without any hidden dangers, thus allowing the physical body divine ability to condense earlier. About 3 to 4 days, Lin Yuan estimated. That is to say, in 3 to 4 days, the divine ability imprint deep in his body would be completely condensed. Continue to cultivate. While Lin Yuan focused on the rapid coalescing of the divine ability imprint deep within, he continued to cultivate. Now, he was only at 6th stage martial Tao, still some distance from his prime strength. As for not cultivating during the process of condensing the physical body divine ability, to avoid interference with the formation. If it were during his initial condensation of a physical body divine ability, Lin Yuan might have been concerned about this aspect. But now, Lin Yuan naturally didn't need to consider this. There was no helping it. Lin Yuan's realm was too high, and his control over the microscopic domains of his body was too strong. Many taboos related to cultivation, in Lin Yuan's eyes, seemed as if they did not exist at all. Outside the martial hall, the high priest Qingyao stood before a group of powerful beings from the Tianqing world. High priest, are you saying that those 2 invading evil gods were suppressed by the arrival of the martial ancestor? An old man with white hair asked in disbelief. They, too, had seen the battle that had just taken place, where the 2 foreign evil gods vanished like ants. But they had not determined who the existence that had made the move was. Now, after the high priest's explanation, one can imagine the shock in their hearts. Martial ancestor. The legendary martial ancestor has descended? What else could it be? Besides the martial ancestor, who else could possess such means? Who else would protect us all? The high priest Qingyao spoke slowly, barely having fully recovered from the shock of the martial ancestor's action even now. First, the martial ancestor, who had been worshipped by the beings of the Tianqing world for hundreds of thousands of years, had actually appeared. Second, the martial ancestor was too powerful, so powerful that the 2 foreign evil gods which could almost destroy the world seemed like a joke in comparison. The martial ancestor is merciful, proclaimed the white-haired old man, believing it immediately. He discreetly glanced towards the great doors of the martial hall, his eyes glowing with deep reverence. It was not just him, the other martial Tao cultivators on the scene felt the same. because they all subtly sensed that, as they gazed into the depths of the martial hall, their own cultivation in the martial path trembled with a sensation of reverence and worship, as if they had laid eyes on the ultimate source of all martial paths in the world. This feeling had never occurred, even when faced with the martial ancestor golden body. Therefore, with just a brief explanation from the high priest, there was no question in the minds of everyone present. The martial ancestor needs to go into seclusion for a while. During this time, unless it's a significant matter, there's no need to disturb the martial ancestor, said High Priest Qingyao immediately. Yes, replied the numerous martial Dao cultivators with utmost respect, ready to guard the entrance of the martial hall with utmost diligence, ensuring that the martial ancestor's seclusion would be undisturbed. In the depths of the boundless void, in front of a massive secret realm floating in the void, a towering figure sat cross-legged. This towering figure, a monster with 18 arms, emitted a lunatic and strange aura that spread into all directions. This imposing silhouette was none other than the Black Demon Pavilion's master, a formidable being that instilled terror among the foreign evil gods. I have been contemplating this treasure for hundreds of thousands of years, yet I still feel so far from truly comprehending it. The Black Demon Pavilion master frowned, staring at a map in front of him. Nearly 200,000 years ago, he acquired this treasure from the secret realm before him and had been continuously contemplating it ever since. It was through contemplating this map that the Black Demon Pavilion master's strength made significant leaps, eventually making him one of the most potent evil gods in the region, establishing the Black Demon Pavilion and commanding a vast number of foreign evil gods. But even with his current strength and status, the Black Demon Pavilion master was still somewhat dissatisfied because he sensed a great secret within the map before him, and no matter what, he just couldn't fully grasp it. Could this treasure be related to the legendary 9th stage evil gods? The Black Demon Pavilion master wondered. The growth of foreign evil gods is divided into 9 stages. The 9th stage is legendary, and an evil god that grows to this stage is said to be the dominion over all foreign evil gods. Their power can sweep across the vast and boundless void. For now, the Black Demon Pavilion master is only an 8th stage evil god. While only one stage separates him from the 9th stage, the more he practiced and grew, the more the Black Demon Pavilion master realized how distant the 9th stage was. The Black Demon Pavilion master had a faint feeling that the gap between the 8th and 9th stages was far larger than all the gaps from the 1st to the 8th stage combined, and by a large margin at that. As the Black Demon Pavilion master continued his contemplation of the map before him, suddenly, his expression changed. The demonic eye and myriad tentacle stream I sent out were suppressed? Being in command of a large number of subordinates, the Black Demon Pavilion master was naturally the first to know everything that transpired outside the Tianqing world. I knew that there was a great secret within that world. In just a few 100,000 years, it had surged its world origin by tenfold. It seems it's really so. The Black Demon Pavilion master's eyes flickered with a hint of red. Most of his energy and time were spent contemplating the map in front of him, which was why he had the demonic eye and myriad tentacle stream take over the Tianqing world. It seems I need to make a trip there myself. The Black Demon Pavilion master carefully put away the map, then slowly rose to his feet. Considering that the existence inside that world could easily deal with the demonic eye and myriad tentacle stream, it must be no simple place. With my power alone, I'm not fully confident about taking it down completely. Thinking this, the Black Demon Pavilion master immediately started contacting some friends. While true friendship doesn't exist among the foreign evil gods, they occasionally cooperate with each other for mutual benefits. The friends that the Black Demon Pavilion master called upon were also among the most powerful evil gods in the region, with strength at the same level as his own. In the eyes of the Black Demon Pavilion master, with his power alone, there was no certainty in facing the entity within the Tianqing world that suppressed the demonic eye and myriad tentacle stream. But with the help of several friends, it would undoubtedly be foolproof. Back in the Tianqing world, inside the martial hall, time swiftly passed by 3 or 4 days. In these 3 or 4 days, Lin Yuan had successfully recovered to the 10th stage martial Tao. There was no way around it. In the Tianqing world, Lin Yuan's advantages were too great. Recovering strength was merely a matter of accumulating energy. Nothing could be more straightforward. Not to mention anything else. Just the infinite world origin contained within the martial ancestor golden body was enough to allow Lin Yuan to rapidly cultivate from the 1st to the 9th rank peak. The stretch from the 9th rank peak to the 10th rank took just a little half a day for Lin Yuan. Recovering to the 10th rank martial Tao strength hadn't surprised Lin Yuan. For him, returning to the 10th rank martial Tao was a matter of course. Even if he had descended into worlds other than Tianqing world, recovering to the 10th rank martial Tao would have been just a matter of time. What Lin Yuan was truly looking forward to was that, after these 3 or 4 days of nurturing, the divine ability imprint deep within his body had finally taken shape. Lin Yuan's 5th physical body divine ability was about to emerge. I wonder what aspect this newly condensed physical body divine ability will entail. Lin Yuan ceased his cultivation, focusing intently on the subtle changes deep within his body. Chapter 793 World. Thud. 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 Lin Yuan's heart beat slowly, each pulsation sending blood to his limbs and throughout his body. For a powerhouse at Lin Yuan's level, the heart was more than just a simple organ. It gathered a vast amount of energy, and the so-called beats were not quite accurate, more like throbs. It was the origin of the physical body, the foundation of the physique. The martial ancestor golden body, that Lin Yuan had cultivated strictly according to human standards, became increasingly solid with every throb of the deep-seated information or imprint within his bloodline, until it was fully formed. An indescribably complex divine ability imprint was born, boiling all the bloodline power throughout his body. With the newly born divine ability imprint, Lin Yuan seemed to see the very beginning of the Tianqing world's creation, even scenes before its birth, like an epic unfolding. The construction of the most minute aspects of the world, any change, all poured into Lin Yuan's mind. The birth of a world? Lin Yuan watched, utterly fascinated. In the main universe, 8th layer evolvers created inner worlds within themselves. But this creation wholly relied on the spatial-temporal structure of the main universe. It was akin to establishing an incredibly similar world on the template of the main universe. Subsequently, evolvers who understood the rule of time, wielding space and time, considered their inner worlds independent and complete. But no matter how independent or complete, they originated from the main universe. It's like a baby born from its mother, detached from the womb, yet everything about it comes from the mother. And to create a complete world from nothing, without relying on any mother, even an 11th rank life couldn't do it. Perhaps only a supreme being would have hoped to achieve this. Replication is easy. Creation is the most difficult. But now, as Lin Yuan watched the condensation of the divine ability imprint at the deepest part of his bloodline, he faintly saw the process of a world being born from nothing. Your insight is against the heavens. Observing the birthmark of the world, your understanding of the essence of the world elevates. Lin Yuan was absorbed in observation. Time is unknown. The divine ability imprint within the depths of the bloodline contracted, and a stream of information emerged from it. My 5th physical body divine ability. Lin Yuan's spirit shook, and he immediately began to observe the information flowing out from the divine ability imprint. Compared to the 4 previous divine ability imprints Lin Yuan had manifested, the one that had now condensed revealed the most grandeur by far, even involving scenes from before the Tianqing world's inception. These were scenarios that Lin Yuan, as the heavenly Tao of the Tianqing world, couldn't trace back to, but they appeared in his mind after the physical body divine ability was consolidated. Physical body divine ability, world. Lin Yuan quickly understood his 5th physical body divine ability. This divine ability's might was immensely powerful. Once deployed, with Lin Yuan at the center, it would form a world as large as his inner world. Simply put, this divine ability could transform Lin Yuan's inner world into an outer world for a short time. It wasn't a mere shadow of a world or the force of a world. It was an actual world enveloping everything. With Lin Yuan as the master of the world, he could easily control the entire origin power of the world, and any move he made would be amplified tenfold or 100-fold. The enemies, on the other hand, would be suppressed by the world itself, their speeds plummeting, their strength dropping drastically, weakened in every aspect. This is outrageous, truly outrageous. Even with high expectations for this physical body divine ability, thinking it might become his strongest, Lin Yuan was still inexplicably shocked after learning of the divine ability world and its details. Because this divine ability was simply defying heaven. As everyone knows, when are the combat powers of main universe's 8th layer or higher powerhouses at their strongest? By triggering forbidden secret techniques? By wielding powerful weapons? No, none of these. It's when they are within their own inner worlds. That's when their combat power is at its peak. In an inner world, one can command the tremendous force of the world itself, achieving home ground suppression. The inner world of an 8th rank being is such that even 9th rank and 10th rank beings wouldn't dare to enter lightly. Even with the might of a 10th rank, within an 8th rank's inner world, the vast origin power of the world cannot be suppressed. But what if the 8th rank being detonates their inner world? The terrifying explosion of the world's power is fully capable of severely injuring a 10th rank being. An 8th rank injuring a 10th rank, such a preposterous thing would normally be considered absurd. But if a 10th rank being entered an 8th rank's inner world, it becomes quite possible. However, the home ground advantage of an inner world is strong but somewhat useless. Unless there's imposing disparity in strength, it's nearly impossible to ensnare an enemy within one's inner world. You have your inner world, so do I. Just need to similarly awaken the power of the inner world, neutralize each other, and you can resist being drawn in. It's like two magnets with the same polarity. Even if one magnet is many times larger than the other, they repel each other due to same polarity, and under normal circumstances they can't stick together. And when 8th rank powerhouses or 9th rank powerhouses engage in battle, it's usually by crushing the external parts of one's inner world. As for crushing from the inside, everyone's not a fool. How could they easily enter another's inner world? But Lin Yuan's newly born world, divine ability, could instantly condense an outer world. No matter if you're willing to enter or not, it directly places the surroundings under the domain of its own world, turning any place into a home ground favorable to oneself. Of course, the divine ability world isn't without its drawbacks. It doesn't last long, probably only about 6 seconds. Chapter 794. But even that couldn't hide the heaven-defying nature of this divine ability. 6 seconds was enough to do quite a lot. To be trapped inside an opponent's inner world for 6 seconds at the same level of power? It's hard to imagine how many times one would be squeezed and squished. That's too exaggerated. Lin Yuan's eyes slightly heated. Compared to the previous 4 physical body divine abilities, the divine ability world was purely offensive. Once the outer world has formed, Lin Yuan couldn't move. He could only try to defeat the enemy within the maintenance interval of the world. In contrast, even the divine skill enhancement had aspects for preserving life, like triggering enhancement, to escape using increased speed. However, I like it. A smile appeared on Lin Yuan's face. The divine ability world depended entirely on one's own inner world, because the conjured outer world was based on the inner world as its foundation. The stronger the inner world, the stronger the conjured outer world. And the inner world, that was Lin Yuan's strongest advantage. Although the depth of space was temporary, the sheer size alone was more than 20 times that of his peers in the main universe. They more than 20 times referred to the diameter, and if converted into volume, it was indescribable how many times more it was. This physical body divine ability was simply tailor-made for Lin Yuan. The most powerful application of the divine ability world is self-destruction. Lin Yuan thought rapidly. If he couldn't defeat his opponent in the first 5 seconds, then he would self-destruct in the 6th second. Although the outer world strictly followed the standards of the inner world, it wasn't the inner world itself, but a replica quickly condensed by the divine ability world, using the inner world as a template. The size and power were consistent. But it wasn't the same entity. Self-destruction of the outer world didn't mean self-destruction of the inner world. If Lin Yuan eventually triggered the self-destruction of the outer world, at most he would suffer some backlash, a price much lighter than self-destruction of the inner world. Self-destruction of the inner world was essentially a desperate move that meant mutual destruction, whereas self-destruction of the outer world only resulted in some backlash. The gravity of each choice was clear at a glance. With the foundation level of my true body's inner world, once I self-destruct the conjured outer world, even the 4 divine kings and other 11th rank perfections of legendary life forms would undoubtedly die, Lin Yuan thought privately, and I would only suffer some backlash? This was still considering Lin Yuan was at the 10th rank. If he were promoted to tier 11 and once again subjected to Chaos Void Origin Infusion, his inner world's foundation would skyrocket. At that time, the power of self-destruction he could generate from the conjured outer world was beyond Lin Yuan's imagination. Such a move, I can only use once. Lin Yuan was well aware. His true physical form's inner world in the main universe reached a size of 200 million square miles, therefore the conjured outer world was of this range as well. For an 11th rank powerhouse, if they figured out the essence of this move, staying over 200 million miles away from Lin Yuan would be possible. The attack range of an 11th rank powerhouse was counted in light years, so a distance of over 200 million miles was trivial. Of course, easier said than done. Lin Yuan could completely conceal his presence, infiltrate within 200 million miles of the enemy, then strike with the divine ability world. Next, the most important thing is to thoroughly comprehend this divine ability imprint. Lin Yuan's expression grew somewhat solemn. Only by fully comprehending the divine ability imprint could he take it to the main world and imprint it on his true spiritual body. The contribution of this divine ability to Lin Yuan's combat power goes without saying. Even if it meant sacrificing the time to understand the spatio-temporal fusion rules, he had to fully comprehend this divine ability imprint first. The spatio-temporal fusion rules could be comprehended anywhere in the main universe, or even in other traversed worlds. But the world divine ability imprint could only be comprehended through this martial ancestor golden body. Outside the Tianqing world, the boundless expanse of the void, the Black Demon Pavilion Master and 3 friends were hastening toward the Tianqing world. An immense and terrifying aura emanated from these 4 outer domain evil gods. All along the way, despite the vast distances, it caused the hearts of other outer domain evil gods to tremble. Is that the Black Demon Pavilion Master? Apart from the Black Demon Pavilion Master, there are also 3 equally powerful evil gods. What could have happened? Wasn't the Black Demon Pavilion Master in closed cultivation? The Black Demon Pavilion Master must be heading to the Tianqing world. Previously, 2 members of the Black Demon Pavilion fell within the Tianqing world. Numerous outer domain evil gods watched from afar. The influence of the Black Demon Pavilion Master was just too great, instilling fear in many outer domain evil gods. Moreover, the fact that he was traveling with 3 other powerful evil gods only added to the concern. Black Demon, what secret does that world hold that you are taking it so seriously? Indeed, what is it that requires us all to go together? Black Demon, you can decide if we join forces, but we can't go on a fruitless trip. The 3 friends of the Black Demon Pavilion Master exchanged thoughts rapidly as they continued toward the Tianqing world. As outer domain evil gods, they were not known to rise early without cause, expecting them to help the Black Demon Pavilion Master seek revenge for free? Absolutely not. Don't worry, the secrets contained in that world are substantial, enough to rapidly increase the power of the world origin. As long as we take down that world, I am willing to share this secret with you. The Black Demon Pavilion Master glanced at his 3 friends, and continued, moreover, I can let you join me in entering that void secret realm afterward, to explore the opportunities within together. Good. It's generous of you, Black Demon. I will definitely help you with this revenge. Chapter 795. The 3 outer domain evil gods were overjoyed upon hearing the news. For the time being, let's not talk about the secrets of the Tianqing world. They were quite envious of the void secret realm that the Black Demon Pavilion Master was guarding. However, since the Pavilion Master held the key to that secret realm and wouldn't lead the way, they definitely couldn't enter it on their own. Upon hearing this, the Black Demon Pavilion Master did not respond but continued to head towards the Tianqing world. About the secret of the Tianqing world? Greatly enhancing the origin power of the world wouldn't cost the Pavilion Master anything more, even if another evil god knew of it. As for that void secret realm he was guarding, even without the matter of the Tianqing world, the Pavilion Master was already planning to invite the other three evil gods inside. In the tens of thousands of years, the Pavilion Master had explored that void secret realm and had reached a bottleneck. From now on, it would be difficult to achieve anything there by his power alone. Therefore, teaming up with the other three evil gods to explore was almost inevitable. Soon, the Pavilion Master and the four outer domain evil gods stopped and gazed into the distance at the Tianqing world. Is that the world? The origin of the world is indeed abundant. It looks delicious. The other three evil gods examined the Tianqing world closely. As evil gods, they naturally could sense the level of a world's origin power. And the Tianqing world, right now, definitely could be described as succulent. Black Demon, what should we do now? Since you called us here, you command. The three outer domain evil gods, though eager to devour the Tianqing world, also understood that forcing the Pavilion Master to call them meant it was no ordinary world. And this collaboration was led by the Pavilion Master himself. They were just here to assist. Tempted by the lure of the void secret realm, they all kept to the rules. No need to approach that world, just attack from here, said the Pavilion Master. The Tianqing world itself, although filled with abundant origin power, was bound by its own world and couldn't actively attack areas outside of itself. In other words, they just needed to attack from a distance, and the Tianqing world would be a sitting target. This was the confidence with which the outer domain evil gods dared to consume worlds. The world's intrinsic source of origin power was definitely much greater than that of an individual evil god. But alas, the world couldn't fight back on its own. This was akin to the difference between herbivores and carnivores. No matter how formidable the size of an herbivore, it couldn't resist a carnivore. No problem. The three evil gods nodded. Tianqing world. In the depths of the martial hall, Lin Yuan was sitting cross-legged, comprehending the divine ability world imprint. The Pavilion Master is coming on his own initiative? Lin Yuan glanced outside the world. With the statue imbued with power from the Pavilion Master, Lin Yuan could easily pinpoint the Pavilion Master's location using causal sensing. So, from the Pavilion Master starting his move to approaching the Tianqing world, Lin Yuan was acutely aware. And he brought three evil gods with him? Lin Yuan immediately sensed the aura of three evil gods outside the Black Demon Pavilion Master. Perfect. I can try out the divine ability world. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Even if the Black Demon Pavilion Master hadn't come, Lin Yuan was planning to try to activate the world divine ability to familiarize himself with the control details. Compared to experiencing the divine ability world, dealing with the four most powerful outer domain evil gods in this area, including the Black Demon Pavilion Master, was purely incidental. As for exposing the secret of the world divine ability, the strong beings in the main universe have avatars. Since Lin Yuan's world divine ability couldn't completely kill the opponent, it was possible it would be discovered. But those four evil gods outside? According to Lin Yuan's causal sensing, the opponent didn't have any avatars. As long as he completely eliminated them, there was no risk of exposing any secrets. Deep within the boundless void, the outer domain evil gods were also paying attention to the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the other three evil gods. The Black Demon Pavilion Master is really cautious, not planning to get close to the Tianqing world at all. Naturally, inside Tianqing world lie great horrors. The demonic eye and myriad tentacle stream couldn't even escape, so naturally, the Black Demon Pavilion Master will not underestimate it. Indeed, attack from a distance, just wait until Tianqing world is breached. The great horrors within will naturally reveal themselves. The numerous outer domain evil gods were discussing swiftly, eagerly awaiting the scene after the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the other three evil gods tore open Tianqing World. In the eyes of all the evil gods, the fate of Tianqing World was almost certain. With the Black Demon Pavilion Master and three other powerful evil gods taking action and being so cautious, there was no possibility of Tianqing World escaping unscathed. Begin the attack. Don't hold back at all. Between the 18 arms of the Black Demon Pavilion Master, terrifying energy fluctuations were subtly converging, while he instructed his other three friends. The four evil gods working together could completely tear open Tianqing World in no more than a moment with their full strength. You see, previously just a power sculpture of the Black Demon Pavilion Master was able to tear a huge crack in the barrier of the Tianqing World. Now personally taking action, and together with the other three friends, tearing open Tianqing World was nothing short of certain. That's for sure. The three outer domain evil gods also quickly began to take action. Even a lion using all its strength to hunt a rabbit. These evil gods, who had emerged from endless slaughters, naturally understood this principle. However, the next moment, the gaze of the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the four evil gods changed. The void was vast. At this moment, they were no longer in the boundless void, but had come to another world. What is this? The face of the Black Demon Pavilion Master drastically changed. Being in this world, he was completely unable to sense the aura of the boundless void, as if cut off. The other three outer domain evil gods felt the same. However, before the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the four outer domain evil gods could react, the overwhelming force of the world crushed down. The physical souls of the four outer domain evil gods shook, with no power to resist. Their consciousness plunged into darkness, and soon, together with the surrounding world, they all shrank into the Tianqing World. Chapter 796. The Mysterious Map, a more distant boundless void. Many watching foreign evil gods almost believed they were witnessing an illusion. In their view, the Black Demon Pavilion Master and three other powerful evil gods were about to attack the Tianqing World. Suddenly, they vanished. Here, vanished means completely disappeared, without even a trace of their aura perceptible. What's going on? Where are the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the others? Why did they just disappear? Initially, the foreign evil gods instinctively questioned. But moments later, more and more of them realized. Either the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the three others had been completely suppressed, or they had already fallen. Otherwise, there wouldn't be such an inexplicable disappearance without any signs. This speculation made every foreign evil god's scalp explode. When Demonic Eye and Myriad Touchstream were trapped in the Tianqing World, they could still understand what was happening. Myriad Touchstream was extinguished, directly suppressed. Demonic Eye tried to escape, but half of its body was pulled back by a giant hand that extended from within the Tianqing World. But what about the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the three powerful evil gods? What happened? All the foreign evil gods could not understand what had exactly happened. What's more critical is that, compared to Demonic Eye and Myriad Touchstream, the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the other three were unimaginably more powerful. Their silent disappearance without even causing a ripple deeply chilled the other foreign evil gods. Inside Tianqing World, countless martial Dao cultivators were celebrating the salvation brought by martial ancestor. Thanks to the propaganda of Martial Hall, all beings within the world knew that it was their revered martial ancestor, whom they had worshipped for hundreds of thousands of years, who had dealt with the existence of Demonic Eye and Myriad Touchstream. However, what the beings inside the Tianqing World did not know was that just recently, the Black Demon Pavilion Master and other three beings far surpassing the earlier two evil gods were also casually dealt with by martial ancestor. The whole process did not cause any disturbance. The Black Demon Pavilion Master and the three powerful evil gods, in the presence of Lin Yuan, did not even have the ability to struggle or resist. Deep within Martial Hall, Lin Yuan was carefully understanding every detail of when he had used the Divine Ability World. That instant, the Divine Ability imprint used my physical body as the base, connecting in all directions, forcibly turning everything in the boundless void into my world. Lin Yuan was somewhat shocked. Compared to secret techniques, activating a divine ability does not require comprehension. Lin Yuan only needs to stimulate the imprint representing the divine ability world inside him. Of course, if Lin Yuan could fully understand the imprint of the world divine ability, it would mean transforming this ability into a form of secret technique that he can comprehend, thus enabling him to bring it to the main universe and use it with his true primordial spirit. I feel that with each use of the divine ability world, my understanding of its imprint deepens, bringing me closer to full comprehension. Lin Yuan thought pensively. Directly viewing the world divine ability imprint to understand it fully is indeed something Lin Yuan can achieve with his against heaven's understanding. But actively stimulating this divine ability and observing its interaction with the surrounding heaven and earth more evidently accelerates the comprehension. Activating the world divine ability once consumes a lot of energy. With my current strength, without affecting my powers, I can probably activate it once every 2 days. Lin Yuan stroked his chin. It's a pity the power generated from self-destruction is just too great. Otherwise, I could have tried it. Lin Yuan felt a bit regretful. Even now, with his inner world unenhanced by the mysterious gourd or infused with the chaos void, once self-destructing, the generated power would be extremely terrifying. The mere aftermath could potentially penetrate the Tianqing world, and if Lin Yuan attempted to self-destruct outside his body, he would need to choose a location far from the Tianqing world. Next, I can use a strand of world-breaking origin force to summon the mysterious gourd, enhancing this physical body's inner world and resilience. Lin Yuan thought to himself. He wanted to see what it felt like to execute the world divine ability again after his inner world reached an expanse of over 2 billion square miles. Right? Lin Yuan seemed to recall something, and his consciousness descended into his inner world. The Black Demon Pavilion Master and the other 3 foreign evil gods were completely suppressed. Their gigantic bodies were reduced to a few meters in size, lying in a corner asleep. These 4 nearly 10th-rank evil gods do hold significant research value. Lin Yuan's thoughts flickered slightly. Most of the bodies of the 4 foreign evil gods were transformed into origin power and absorbed by the inner world. To study the foreign evil gods, only their core parts were needed. Rustling, as their bodies crumbled, the treasures carried by the 4 foreign evil gods spilled out all over. Lin Yuan casually inspected them, and indeed, as the powerful evil god who had dominated this region, the Black Demon Pavilion Master's treasures were all of notable value. Powerful weapons, special metals, rare spirit fruit, and so forth. The other 3 evil gods also held considerable wealth, only slightly less than the Black Demon Pavilion Master. Although bringing these treasures back to the main universe would cost world-breaking origin force, Lin Yuan could cleverly transform them into primal force and integrate them within the origin clock, thereby indirectly taking them back to the main universe. As for the martial ancestor golden body that Lin Yuan now possessed, unlike the physical body he had used to traverse other worlds before, Lin Yuan did not plan to transform this body into primal force and merge it into the origin clock. The Tianqing world had already become Lin Yuan's backyard, where descending once only required 1/3 of a strand of world-breaking origin force, meaning that as long as Lin Yuan wished, he could descend at any time. In such a situation, Lin Yuan needed a physical body always ready, to avoid going through the recovery phase every time he descended. For instance, this time when he descended into the Tianqing world, it took Lin Yuan less than 4 days to recover to the 10th stage martial Tao. If this were in other traversed worlds, at least it would be calculated in decades or even centuries. Whoosh! The accumulation of the 4 outer domain evil gods over millions or even tens of millions of years, though most of it was used on themselves, the remaining treasures were still vast like an ocean. Lin Yuan quickly inventoried the spoils previously obtained from suppressing the demonic eye and myriad touchstream, which were far inferior to what he now had. Good grief, this piece of special metal, similar to the Taiyang gold crystal of the main universe. Such a large piece containing the power of Taiyang true fire could be estimated to have as much as 10,000 stars. Even within human civilization, it would be considered an 11-star rare treasure. Lin Yuan waved his right hand, and a fist-sized red crystal core appeared in front of him. This crystal core did not seem big, but it was the result of Lin Yuan using the space rules to compress it. If not compressed, its size was estimated to exceed 1,000,000 miles. The dimension where the boundless void is located, and the dimension where chaos void is located, are not the same dimension, and the treasures within them vary in value. This Taiyang gold core, under extremely harsh conditions for formation in the main universe, requires millions of years to hope to develop. But in this boundless void? Lin Yuan thought to himself. Not to mention different dimensions, even within the same dimension in different universes, many resource cultivation conditions differ. The difficulty of nurturing certain resources varies from universe to universe. This is even more so between dimensions. Of course, whether it was the dimension of the boundless void or that of the chaos void, although they are not in the same dimension, they essentially belong to the same type of space. Both are three-dimensional spaces. Thus, all the rules Lin Yuan had comprehended could be applied. If he was in a lower dimension, such as a two-dimensional space, it would trap him in the scenario like the blank paper two-dimensional world of the main universe. It would even be more brutal than the two-dimensional world. The two-dimensional world is almost a perfect world, a product of life exploring low-dimensional space, merely mimicking low-dimensional space and clearly different from true low-dimensional space. Lin Yuan quickly inventoried the spoils, merely having killed 4 nearly 10th stage outer domain evil gods. But the richness of the spoils gave Lin Yuan the illusion of having killed an 11th rank powerhouse's true body. You should know that in the main universe, completely killing an 11th rank powerhouse is a very difficult task, as those 11th rank powerhouses all hide their true bodies in absolutely safe places. What about avatars? They do not carry 2 precious treasures, and even if killed, the gain wouldn't be big. Like the 4 divine kings, whose avatars merged into the ultimate weapons, it is exceedingly rare, prepared by the Star Alliance as trump cards, intended to go on a killing spree on the battlefield. And holding weapons that suit themselves, with the ultimate existence not taking action, who else could kill them? Whoosh whoosh whoosh. One by one, the spoils were categorized by Lin Yuan. Whether to absorb them now or later, each was properly arranged according to its location. Suddenly, Lin Yuan stopped. He looked towards a scroll. This scroll should be a scroll hanging in the air, seemingly quite ordinary. But how could a treasure collected by 4 evil gods be ordinary? Moreover, this scroll made Lin Yuan somewhat unable to see through it. He could not discern the fundamental nature of the scroll. Even the power of the world cannot penetrate it? Lin Yuan looked shocked. Lin Yuan's method to appraise a spoil was through the infiltration of the world's power, and then measuring its value with it. This was the simplest method. But now, the world's power could not infiltrate this scroll in front of him. Without infiltration, naturally, the inside value could not be measured. This scroll comes from the Black Demon Pavilion Master. Lin Yuan thought to himself, carefully examining it. Interesting. Lin Yuan looked at the scroll floating in front of him. Forget it. Directly soul search. Lin Yuan caught the soul of the Black Demon Pavilion Master and began to soul search. This scroll, obtained by chance by the Black Demon Pavilion Master, is a key to a void secret realm, merging consciousness into it. Lin Yuan furrowed his brow slightly. In the memory of the Black Demon Pavilion Master, there wasn't a segment about merging consciousness into the scroll. This situation could have 2 possibilities. One is that the Black Demon Pavilion Master actively erased this memory. But this possibility is quite low, as the Black Demon Pavilion Master did not know that he would fall into Lin Yuan's hands and, without prior knowledge, would not erase the memory. The second possibility is that the scroll cannot be recalled in memory. That is, only the person himself knows, and others, even if they soul search, cannot see. Some core heritage secret methods of human civilization use this method to prevent being known by different species. I will merge my consciousness into it and take a look. Lin Yuan repeatedly confirmed, although he could not know the scene of the Black Demon Pavilion Master's consciousness merging into the scroll. From the memories of the Black Demon Pavilion Master, there was no aversion to merging consciousness into it. There was even some anticipation. This meant there was no danger. Boom! Lin Yuan's consciousness merged into the scroll. He suddenly entered a space. Chapter 797 Void Creatures. The space within the scroll was only 1,000 miles in radius. Lin Yuan glanced over it, and discovered that, in the central location, there were 2 high platforms situated. At the same time, 2 messages transmitted from the 2 platforms. The message from the left platform was, "All life from the boundless void can use this token to enter the void's secret realm and slay void creatures." This message was very simple. It was purely just a message, without any pressure, without any mystique. But the first sentence, "all life from the boundless void," suggested quite a grand scope. The boundless void was vast and endless. Evil gods were considered life of the boundless void, as were some other special existences. Simply put, any life born in the boundless void was considered as such. Even Lin Yuan could be considered half a life of the boundless void. His martial ancestor golden body was also nurtured from the boundless void. Void secret realm? Slaying void creatures? What are these void creatures? Is it just simple slaughter? Lin Yuan thought to himself. If there were no benefits, who would fight these so-called void creatures given the selfish and self-interested nature of the foreign evil gods? But from Lin Yuan's soul search of the Black Demon Pavilion Master, there was both fear and longing for that void's secret realm. There must be some major benefit. Lin Yuan thought inwardly, as the memories of the Black Demon Pavilion Master regarding the void's secret realm were similarly obscured. Yet from the fluctuating emotions one could infer a lot of information. The void's secret realm is probably in that location. Lin Yuan's gaze looked distantly in a certain direction. The message from the left platform also contained the precise coordinates of the boundless void. Moreover, the memories of the Black Demon Pavilion Master had the general location of that void secret realm. Compared to the brief message from the left platform, the message from the right platform was many times more complex. Is this a secret technique? A body refinement secret technique? Lin Yuan showed a trace of surprise. Shenhuang physique, which he cultivated, was indeed one of the top body refinement secret techniques. Cultivated to the extreme, it was powerful enough to traverse the 12th rank. It's less detailed than Shenhuang physique, but the limit seems high, and it requires a profound understanding of the material law. Lin Yuan browsed briefly. The material law, being one of the fundamental laws, is the basis of all matter, and flesh and blood are naturally part of that matter. The practice of Shenhuang physique also requires understanding the material law, but Lin Yuan had already thoroughly comprehended it. That Black Demon Pavilion Master has not cultivated this body refinement secret technique deeply, otherwise, he would have already stepped into the 10th rank. Is it because his understanding of the material law is insufficient? Lin Yuan mused. Evil gods of the boundless void possess many innate abilities, essentially incarnations of laws, but to have these evil gods understand other laws was an almost impossible task. Many evil gods couldn't even maintain their own sanity all the time. This body refinement secret technique could be worthy of reference. Lin Yuan nodded slightly. Even if it wasn't as good as Shenhuang physique, the 2 methodologies refine the body from completely different perspectives, and both had their merits. Next, Lin Yuan proceeded to inventory all the remaining spoils of war, and began to finish viewing the memories of the remaining 3 evil gods. The 4 evil gods, including the Black Demon Pavilion Master, standing at the pinnacle of this region, naturally had a good understanding of the nearby intelligence. Add to that the memories of the ancestral demon tree itself. Lin Yuan immediately had a general impression of the vast boundless void. Firstly, the boundless void had no end. Even the evil gods did not know the actual size and scope to this day. According to the memories of the several evil gods, the boundless void is divided into numerous void domains, and the current void domain where the Tianqing world is located is named the 3-yin void domain. The strongest evil god of the 3-yin void domain is the Lord of the 3-yin, very close to being a 9th stage evil god. Even the 4 evil gods, including the Black Demon Pavilion Master, were nominally under that Lord of the 3-yin. Lord of the Three Een? Lin Yuan's expression grew slightly solemn, as in the memories of the Black Demon Pavilion Master. There was immense wariness, even fear, towards that Lord of the Three Een. Does that Lord of the Three Een at least have the strength of the 10th rank summit? Or has one foot already stepped into tier 11? Lin Yuan was only slightly more serious. With his current strength, once he activated the divine ability world. Even if all aspects of his foundation are not as strong as his main universe true body, he could still suppress the 1st and 2nd tiers of the 11th rank. Unless faced directly with a 9th stage evil god, there was nothing that Lin Yuan feared. Moreover, even if it was a 9th stage evil god, the threat to Lin Yuan was very limited, and retreating unscathed if unable to win was not a problem at all. After sorting everything out, Lin Yuan's thoughts stirred slightly, and the door to the myriad realms in the depths of his mind rippled faintly as the mysterious gourd slowly descended across dimensions. In addition to cultivating, I will also elevate the inner world to its limits. Lin Yuan picked up the mysterious gourd. With the premise of realm sharing, this martial ancestor golden body as well as both primordial spirits, after absorbing the 7-colored liquid from the mysterious gourd, could easily do so in a short time. The size and the depth of the inner world now had a profound impact on Lin Yuan's strength, and the might of the divine ability world was entirely dependent on the inner world. In a part of the Three Een void domain within a majestic hall, the Lord of the Three Een sat high on his throne, with many subservient evil gods kneeling below. As the ruler of a void domain, the strength of the Lord of the Three Een was unquestionable, and the renown among the evil gods wasn't something that could be tricked or taken lightly. It was earned through slaughter. Chapter 798. I can feel it, just one step away from the 9th stage. The Lord of the Three Een, with a flash of longing in his gaze, looked down at the numerous evil gods kneeling before him. If he devoured these evil gods, he could advance even further. The Lord of the Three Een would not hesitate. Unfortunately, for an evil god to grow from the 8th layer to the 9th, mere devouring was no longer significant. Accumulation in other aspects was more necessary. My spirit will, with the aid of that void secret realm, is already strong enough, but the perception of rules? We evil gods are born strong, what rules are there to perceive? The Lord of the Three Een sighed. Just then, an evil god below seemed to receive some information and immediately spoke up. Great Lord, your subordinate Black Demon has fallen outside of a world, according to intelligence. Black Demon? The Lord of the Three Een looked down. So it's him. More than 100,000 years ago, Black Demon had personally come outside the Grand Hall, submitting to the Lord of the Three Een. This was also a rule established by the Lord of the Three Een. Within the Three Een void domain, all evil gods of a certain strength must come to pay homage to him. Otherwise, they would be considered enemies of the Lord of the Three Een. He also had a token to enter that void secret realm. I didn't expect him to die so soon. The Lord of the Three Een thought to himself, having some recollection of the Black Demon Pavilion Master. Because the Black Demon Pavilion Master and the Lord of the Three Een were of the same path, they could both enter that mysterious void secret realm. However, the Lord of the Three Een had entered the void secret realm much earlier than the Black Demon Pavilion Master. Of course, the Lord of the Three Een was quite familiar with the Black Demon Pavilion Master, but the latter did not realize that his biggest secret had already been seen through by the Lord of the Three Een. The gap between their strengths was too vast. How did Black Demon die? The Lord of the Three Een asked casually. About that void secret realm, it was no secret to the many lords of the evil gods within the boundless void. Almost all of them held tokens and could come and go freely. Besides, it was also possible for evil gods beneath the lords to obtain a token and thereby enter the void secret realm. The Lord of the Three Een felt somewhat regretful at the moment. The Black Demon Pavilion Master had the means to enter and exit the secret realm, and his potential for future growth should not be low. Perhaps he might have had a chance to come close to him? Of course, the Lord of the Three Een felt no sorrow. To him, the Black Demon Pavilion Master was merely a tool. If the future growth was good, he could be put to use. Even if he grew close to the Lord tier of evil gods, the Lord of the Three Een wouldn't mind consuming him for a feast. Devouring other evil gods didn't help in becoming a ninth-stage evil god, but it was a delectable treat, especially the more powerful the evil gods were. Lord, please see. This is the memory image of the battle at that time. The evil god below immediately raised his hand, and sequences of images emerged, showing the moment when Black Demon Pavilion Master and 4 other evil gods had come outside the Tianqing world, planning to attack from afar. The Lord of the Three Yin watched the memory images, his expression suddenly changing to incredulity. They disappeared? I didn't even see how they vanished. What enemy did this Black Demon Pavilion Master provoke? The Lord of the Three Yin was somewhat alarmed. Although the memory images were from the spectating evil gods and couldn't fully reproduce the real scene, the abrupt disappearance of Black Demon Pavilion Master and the 4 powerful evil gods still made the Lord of the Three Yin feel like facing a formidable enemy. It's the rules, it must involve some kind of rules. The evil god who acted against them is closer to the 9th stage than I am, perhaps a 9th stage evil god. The Lord of the Three Yin's heart was overwhelmed by huge waves. Even if this was just speculation, and the Lord of the Three Yin had never seen the enemy with his own eyes, he couldn't be certain whether it was a 9th stage evil god who had acted. But this was enough to make the Lord of the Three Yin's heart tremble. Lord, what should we do now? The kneeling evil god below couldn't help but ask. In the Three Yin void domain, the Lord of the Three Yin was the absolute dominion. The disappearance of the Black Demon Pavilion Master, one of his subordinates, was equivalent to a slap in the face of the Lord of the Three Yin. To command more evil gods, the Lord of the Three Yin would occasionally act to help subordinates avenge themselves. Solely relying on absolute strength could not make all evil gods completely submit. At times, it was necessary to show favor and benefits. What to do? The Lord of the Three Yin looked troubled. Regardless of whether the entity that struck against Black Demon Pavilion Master was a 9th stage evil god or not, it was undoubtedly stronger than the Lord of the Three Yin himself. Tell all evil gods within my Three Yin void domain to avoid that area. After a moment of silence, the Lord of the Three Yin immediately commanded. With such an entity appearing in his domain, the Lord of the Three Yin felt helpless and could only restrict his subordinates as much as possible to avoid provocation. Avoid that area? Upon hearing this, the other evil gods below exchanged glances and immediately realized that the being who had struck against Black Demon Pavilion Master must be of immense strength. Otherwise, the great Lord of the Three Yin would not back down. Just over a month had passed. Lin Yuan's true body and the 2 primordial spirits' inner worlds had already reached their zenith, each spanning 2.3 billion miles. Those vaguely watching evil gods, they've all disappeared? Lin Yuan's thoughts flickered as he looked beyond his world. Ever since he had returned to the Tianqing world, with the invasion of Magic Eye and Myriad Tentacle Stream, Lin Yuan had felt the sensation of being watched from a distant location. Other evil gods must be eyeing the Tianqing world. This was quite normal. To the evil gods, the Tianqing world was like a delicious meal, even after the incident with Black Demon Pavilion Master and the other 4 evil gods. Chapter 799. Other evil gods realized that the Tianqing world was not easy to provoke, but despite their inability to defeat it, taking a mere glance was extremely normal. However, Lin Yuan now keenly noticed that even those prying eyes had vanished without a trace. What a pity! Lin Yuan felt somewhat regretful. He had originally planned to enhance his strength to the limit and then send out his 2 primordial spirits to sweep through the adversaries. Having killed the Black Demon Pavilion Master and 4 other powerful evil gods, Lin Yuan tasted the sweetness of victory, and though the other evil gods might not be as affluent as them, they were at least better than nothing. Is it related to the Lord of the Three Yin? Lin Yuan guessed in his mind that only the high and mighty Lord of the Three Yin, remembered by the Black Demon Pavilion Master, could command so many evil gods at once. Now, it's time to properly enhance the Tianqing world. Lin Yuan slowly stood up. For over a month, he had devoted most of his energy and attention to comprehending the world, divine ability imprint and the spatiotemporal fusion rule. As time passed, Lin Yuan increasingly felt the limitations the Tianqing world imposed on him. As the master of the world, the Tianqing world could not possibly repel Lin Yuan, but there was a huge disparity between their levels, especially as his inner world reached a dimension of 2.3 billion square miles. It was like the relationship between a sword and its sheath. The sword, just with its sharpness and aura, could easily tear the sheath apart. They didn't quite match. With my current comprehension of the world's essence, enhancing the level of Tianqing world should not be difficult, Lin Yuan silently thought. Now that Tianqing world had become his backyard and his stronghold, elevating its level would allow it to accommodate more martial Dao cultivators. And Lin Yuan would also feel more comfortable within it. There were only advantages and no disadvantages. Martial Ancestor. Greetings, Martial Ancestor. As soon as Lin Yuan stepped out of the martial hall, the high priest Qing Yao and other elders of the Tianqing world bowed respectfully to him. Lin Yuan nodded and calmly said, I will be elevating the world level next. Pay attention during the process. Before the echo of his words faded, Lin Yuan disappeared from the spot. In the high skies of Tianqing world. Here, space twisted as Lin Yuan stood tall, overlooking the entire Tianqing world. From this perspective, the diameter of the Tianqing world exceeded 1 billion miles, seemingly vast, but clearly a bit cramped for a 10th-rank summit life form like Lin Yuan. Expand, expand, expand. With a single thought from Lin Yuan, the origin source of the entire Tianqing world suddenly boiled and began to massively absorb the energy from the boundless void. The limitless power, which even evil gods couldn't directly absorb, rushed into Tianqing world, causing it to rapidly expand. The lands stretched, the oceans widened, and deeper in the oceans, new lands were born. During the proactive guidance to elevate the world's level, Lin Yuan gained a lot as well. With every expansion of Tianqing world, his understanding deepened. Your comprehension is extraordinary, leading the expansion of the world, enhancing your grasp on the essence of the world. In just a few days, Lin Yuan's comprehension of the world, divine ability imprint increased by 1/10, a progress that would normally take decades under regular contemplation. Now it's about right. Lin Yuan slowly ceased his contemplation, looking towards the Tianqing world that had expanded tenfold. Has the spatio-temporal fusion rule reached the third realm? Lin Yuan raised an eyebrow. Before attempting his 10th traversal, Lin Yuan's comprehension of the spatio-temporal fusion rule was close to the peak of the second realm. Now, by actively guiding the expansion of the Tianqing world, he had advanced the spatio-temporal fusion rule into the third realm. It's a pity. Even worlds have their limits. Lin Yuan sighed inwardly. Tianqing world managed to expand tenfold in just a few days, mainly due to the accumulation over hundreds of thousands of years under the management of the ancestral demon tree, and its constant slow enhancement up until now, finally bursting forth. It was also related to Lin Yuan's own realm, his understanding of the world, divine skills, and his comprehensive insight into the spatio-temporal fusion rule and numerous other fusion rules, which were all integrated into Tianqing world. Following this, for Tianqing world to continue expanding, Lin Yuan's realm needed to improve further, along with a certain level of inherent accumulation. Anyway, it was not something that could be achieved in a short time. Outside the martial hall, the high priest Qing Yao and many of the Tianqing world elders had witnessed the entire process of the world's transition. The world has changed. The sky has risen, the earth has thickened, and the space has become more vast. The many elders swallowed nervously. Even though they had long regarded the martial ancestor as their ultimate faith, their hearts were still overwhelmed by the shock when they witnessed this scene for themselves. After elevating the level of the Tianqing world, Lin Yuan returned once more to the depths of the martial hall. Now, it feels much more comfortable. Lin Yuan's face wore a smile, for the Tianqing world could now at least accommodate him. Indeed, for Lin Yuan the boundless void was more suitable, but as the heavenly Tao of the Tianqing world, being within the Tianqing world was the safest for Lin Yuan. With the support of the world's origin source from the Tianqing world, Lin Yuan's combat power was at its strongest. You go to that void secret realm. Lin Yuan looked towards the Taiyang divine spirit, took out the scroll, and handed it over. Now that the two primordial spirits had completely absorbed the liquid inside the mysterious gourd, reaching their peak level, they were ready to be dispatched. The Void's secret realm was highly valued by Lin Yuan. Hence he sent the Taiyang Divine Spirit there first to see what was unique about it. As for you, go and seek more worlds, spreading martial Tao. Lin Yuan looked towards the Taiyin Primordial Spirit, the boundless void, filled with myriad worlds. And these worlds were Lin Yuan's best targets for disseminating martial Tao. Besides, while searching for more worlds, the Taiyin Primordial Spirit could also hunt some evil gods for research purposes. As for Lin Yuan himself, naturally, he stayed to oversee the Tianqing world, commanding everything. Chapter 800. 300 years later. Lin Yuan's true body was stationed at the Tianqing world headquarters, while the two primordial spirits set out to explore separately. This was the safest method. Both the Taiyang Divine Spirit and the Taiyin Primordial Spirit were nearly as strong in combat power as Lin Yuan's true body. Even if they were to perish, the true self could condense them with a single thought. There was nothing more secure. Though the layers of the boundless void were inferior to the main universe, Lin Yuan never underestimated them. At least the ninth stage evil gods in legend could pose a slight threat to him. Whoosh! Whoosh! Under Lin Yuan's watchful eyes, the Taiyang Divine Spirit and the Taiyin Primordial Spirit immediately departed from the Tianqing world. Void's secret realm? Lin Yuan's Taiyang Divine Spirit, following the coordinates on the scroll, swiftly headed towards the location of the Void's secret realm. With Lin Yuan's mastery over space and time, the distance from the Tianqing world to the entrance of the Void's secret realm, which took the Black Demon Pavilion Master 5 or 6 days to fly, Lin Yuan covered in just under half an incense stick's time. The Void's secret realm, even the memories of entering the realm are shrouded and cannot be transmitted outward. What exactly is this place? Lin Yuan was curious. The civilizations of the main universe could achieve similar feats, but human civilization was attended by 9 supreme beings. Also, what benefits can be gained from killing void creatures? The information within the scroll did not mention benefits, but Lin Yuan surmised there must be some. Is it the physical bodies of the void creatures themselves? Some form of material treasure? Lin Yuan thought to himself. This was the most natural conjecture. Just as Lin Yuan could study the physical body of an evil god when killed, the bodies of void creatures could similarly be studied. Soon, Lin Yuan came to a stop. We're here. Lin Yuan gazed into the vastness ahead. But from the outside, the void in front appeared no different from the void elsewhere. Yet Lin Yuan, relying on the scroll token, faintly sensed a mysterious space concealed deep within the void. To be precise, it was the entrance to the mysterious space. That is, the entrance to the void's secret realm. This? Lin Yuan's expression subtly changed. Even without relying on the scroll token, with Lin Yuan's spacetime perception, he could detect the existence of the void's secret realm. The more this was so, the more solemn Lin Yuan felt. He could sense that the vastness of the void's secret realm was almost another spatial layer of the boundless void. And the entrance before him was just one of the many entrances to the void's secret realm. Just like the Shenhuang secret realm in the main world, this void secret realm likely had many entrances. If it weren't for this scroll token, I wouldn't be able to enter, Lin Yuan thought. I guess only those in the 5-layered realm of spacetime fusion rules can enter the void's secret realm without a token. Lin Yuan was astonished. Then the being who first opened this secret realm, how profound must their mastery of the fusion rules of spacetime have been? 6th realm? The realm of supreme beings. Lin Yuan dared not hold any contempt. Although many secret realms are naturally formed, this void secret realm, since it has formed a scene of entering directly with a token, definitely involves artificial factors. Let's go in and see. Lin Yuan immediately activated the scroll, and suddenly a pulling force emerged from the depths of the void, bringing Lin Yuan inside. If it were his true self, Lin Yuan would naturally not dare to enter an unknown secret realm so easily, but merely a Taiyang primordial spirit naturally could afford to take risks and explore. The next moment, Lin Yuan found himself in a vast space. Seeing no end in any direction, black mist occasionally hung in the sky. This is the Void's secret realm? Lin Yuan was very cautious, immediately hiding deep within the layers of space. Inside the Void's secret realm, it seemed like another boundless void, comprising many spatial layers. Where are the void creatures? Lin Yuan looked around but saw no signs of any creature's activity. Let's explore slowly. Lin Yuan began carefully selecting a direction to delve deeper. The Void's secret realm was too vast, although Lin Yuan could traverse light years in a single step when traveling. To search for void creatures, it needed to be done bit by bit. Otherwise, if there were void creatures hidden within those light years, they would go unnoticed. A month after Lin Yuan's Taiyang primordial spirit entered the Void's secret realm. Lin Yuan moved swiftly, but from the outside, it didn't cause any disturbance. And tens of thousands of miles away, under a black mountain peak, a massive creature was eyeing Lin Yuan as he flew. Lin Yuan's true self hid within the many layers of space. Yet this massive creature could clearly sense the aura of the many layers and pinpoint Lin Yuan's location. The massive creature slowly approached Lin Yuan. Is that the void creature? While maintaining his movement, Lin Yuan had long noticed the massive creature that was approaching him. With Lin Yuan's perception, even without actively unfolding the world's phantom, everything within billions of miles was as clear as observing patterns on one's palm, and there was no possibility of being ambushed. There is a marked difference from the evil gods. Lin Yuan secretly thought. The void creature he sensed felt no different from a wild beast, completely devoid of intellect. Even its approach to conceal its presence was done by instinct. Whereas with evil gods, although many of them occasionally went mad, they at least retained some intelligence. Here it comes. A moment later, the massive creature had already approached within 100 miles of Lin Yuan. The next moment, the massive creature stopped, no longer approaching. Lin Yuan did not strike immediately. Instead, he wanted to see what tactics the void creatures possessed. An illusory world enveloped him, and Lin Yuan's spirit will immediately fell into layer upon layer of illusions. Before Lin Yuan's eyes, the scene had changed. He was no longer in the Void's secret realm but inside an imperial palace, where one enticing beauty after another approached, attempting to seduce him. An illusionary realm? Lin Yuan was unconcerned. With his capabilities, he could easily fend off these illusions without the aid of any soul defense treasures. Break! Lin Yuan's thought turned into a sharp blade, effortlessly tearing through the illusionary world before him and returning to the outside world. At that moment, the void creature was attempting to approach, hoping to strike while Lin Yuan was still trapped in the illusion. However, Lin Yuan recovered too quickly. The void creature hadn't even started to approach again when the so-called illusion was already over. If it's just illusionary tactics, then stay behind, Lin Yuan said. Knowing that this void creature posed no threat to his own strength, he directly attacked. With a booming sound, the mighty power of the world surged forth, and the space itself subtly distorted. Before the void creature could react, it was captured in the palm of Lin Yuan's hand. This void creature was at least dozens of miles in size, but under the immense spatial suppression, it became the size of a pocket edition, continuously struggling in Lin Yuan's palm. Unable to perform soul search? No specific memory images. Lin Yuan attempted to perform a soul search, but it was fruitless. The thought processes of these void creatures were as chaotic as wild beasts. They couldn't even store specific memories. Just kill it then. After studying it for a while with no gains, Lin Yuan simply followed the information in the scroll and directly killed the void creature. At the moment of the void creature's death, its physical body suddenly began to dematerialize. This? Lin Yuan frowned. The physical body disappeared upon death, not even leaving the body behind. Then what's the benefit of killing a void creature? Before Lin Yuan could continue pondering, the completely dematerialized void creature dissipated into wisps of essence, which then merged into Lin Yuan's body. Lin Yuan was about to activate the power of the world to expel these unknown essences. as they couldn't be absorbed before their use was confirmed. But even the power of the world couldn't touch those few wisps of essence. In an instant, the few wisps of essence disappeared inside Lin Yuan's body. Lin Yuan seemed to feel something. Has my spirit will increased because of this void creature? Lin Yuan found it hard to believe. There were only a few known ways to increase spirit will. One was through the slow passage of ages. Another was through enduring various tortures and pains. For instance, when Lin Yuan delved into a body from a supreme being, enduring the omnipresent psychic will pressure, his own spirit will also slowly increased. But such methods of increasing spirit will became increasingly ineffective as Lin Yuan's own spirit will grew stronger. But now, Lin Yuan suddenly discovered that, after killing this void creature, his spirit will had actually increased markedly. This was simply unimaginable. The importance of spirit will goes without saying. It is the core of the soul. The stronger the spirit will, the greater the enhancement to all aspects. And to reach the ultimate realm, a strong spirit will is necessary. Without it, one cannot withstand the backlash from the river of time. Most importantly, compared to other material treasures, an increase in spirit will can be directly taken back to the main universe. After all, when Lin Yuan travels between worlds, his spirit will is his main form. When the traversal ends and he returns to the main universe, what goes back is also his spirit will. And during this period, any enhancement of the spirit will can also be perfectly taken back. In the depths of Martial Hall in Tianqing World, Lin Yuan, who was originally practicing and perceiving, suddenly opened his eyes. My spirit will has indeed increased, Lin Yuan exclaimed, his face revealing a flash of shock. Armed with the vast compilations of information on human civilization from the main universe, he naturally knew how difficult it was to enhance spirit will. According to the experiences summarized by human civilization, one of the many threshold conditions for 11th rank powerhouses aiming for the ultimate realm is the spirit will index reaching 10 million. This is just the threshold. The higher the spirit will, the greater the aid in reaching the ultimate realm. Previously, Lin Yuan was somewhat worried about how to increase his own spirit will. Compared to special beings like the four divine kings, Lin Yuan's greatest disadvantage was being too young and having too short of a history, resulting in his spirit will lagging behind. A great opportunity. Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today.